What's up guys, Coach Will from ProTrainingBB.com, and today we got the fundamentals of footwork so you can score more points. Alright guys, so today I'm going to teach you the most important skill that you need as a basketball player, and that's to have the right footwork. If you don't have the right footwork, you won't be on balance, won't be able to score, won't be able to get by your defender. So there's two ways to pivot when you catch the basketball. There's a reverse pivot and the forward pivot, and this is important for any player, whether you're a post player or a guard trying to catch and shoot. So right here, as a post player, from the post perspective, if you catch the ball and your back's facing the basket, there's two things you can do. You can either forward pivot, where I'm going to rotate around towards the basket as this foot kind of comes here, okay? Or I can forward pivot this way, right? So that's the forward pivot. And then there's the reverse pivot where I'm dropping my foot, my pivot foot towards the basket, right? So there's two ways to pivot, and you can do it off either foot, so there's really four options for you. The first move I'm going to teach you is a reverse pivot. So here, I catch the ball. As a reverse pivot, the reason why you do this is it's going to create space for you. So here, I'm going to drop my pivot, my jab foot, which is my right foot in this case, towards the basket. So here, I'm dropping it towards the basket. It's going to take space, make the defender to back up. I might be able to get a shot off, and then I could maybe get into my jab series and into my moves. So again, here, I'm catching it. I prefer to use my left foot as my pivot foot if possible, but I can come here, drop my foot, jab, shot, go by the defender. We have all those options right here, okay? Now same thing, if I want to use my right foot as my pivot foot, left foot as my jab foot. And as a basketball player, you need to be able to go both directions, be versatile, and that's why you need to be able to use both feet as your pivot foot. And that's the same for here. If you're a guard and you have the defender kind of trying to deny you, get that outside hand, you can still reverse pivot here, get into your shot. So it's not just for post players. The second option you have is a forward pivot. And this is going to be something you could do coming off a screen. You catch, forward pivot into a shot, we'd say inside foot, similar idea. But what the forward pivot is you catch that basketball and you are going to pivot away from the basket. What I mean is that instead of like a reverse pivot where you're dropping your foot towards the basket, you are now pivoting around and away to square up. And this is good when you're moving, trying to get around, but also if the defender's on this side of you, if you forward pivot, you're now creating space, getting them away from you, and you can shoot. So it's another way to score around the basket, create space in a different fashion. So same thing, I'm forward pivoting here, boom, shot, but I also need to be able to do it here and make sure I can create space. When I'm doing that, it's a little more challenging to square up, but make sure anytime you do this, you square up, you face the basket, you're on balance before you move into your shot or any of your moves. So I'm not going to show you a couple live clips as we go forward. Alright guys, that's it for this week. Hope you liked this week's video. If you did, click the thumbs up down below and subscribe for future videos. Also, come back next Monday for another video. Peace.